Do you ever wonder why you need to update your security strategy? Probably not if you haven't thought about security strategy a lot. But if you don't adapt, your business is going to suffer for it. Hello and welcome. My name is Zachary Heinel with Dorado Defense. Today we're going to talk about the number one top reason you should reevaluate and continuously monitor your security strategy. So when we think about strategy, it's a plan. It's a plan of action to negate an effect that something could have on our business, or a plan of attack. There's some way that we're going to conquer the challenges in front of us. Now let's talk about castles. I know we've been talking about castles for the last few videos, but let's think about the design of a classic traditional castle. Go back to the 1500s. They had very straight walls, they had pillars, they had towers. That was the classic design for a castle at that time, to properly defend against armies in the 1500s. Now fast forward, if you will, in our timeline to the late 1800s, the 1900s, and you're thinking about the classic, castles and forts that were being built especially alongside oceans and at key critical points that were commonly attacked. The designs for new castles changed. Instead of having walls that were straight up, they actually ended up slanting. They slanted inward because of the evolution in the way that they were attacked. The advances that those opposing armies came with were now not just siege ladders and climbing and scaling walls. They now had cannons. They had increased methods of attack, and attacks that were more effective against straight up and down walls, to where the defenders now had to adapt to overcome that new challenge and threat. So the inward sloping walls ended up deflecting the cannons out and away from the fort, and it protected them better. Well, the same way that we as businesses protect ourselves have to evolve over time. Our security strategy and the way that we survive attacks have to evolve with the threats that we're facing consistently. So when you're talking about phishing, well, phishing has evolved greatly over the last 10 years, 20 years, from receiving Nigerian prince emails saying, hey, will you help me, to now having sophisticated spoofed email addresses and proper verbiage to make it seem as if they're a coworker saying, hey, I need help. The CEO just sent me this. Can you open this and check it out for me to give me your thoughts? They're very convincing and compelling arguments to users. And they have very different attacks now, attacks that are a lot easier for them to implement against common businesses. So knowing your attack surface, knowing how you're mitigating those security threats is important. And it's important that you continuously evaluate your security strategy to make sure it's still viable to helping you achieve your security goals. My name is Zachary Heinel with Dorado Defense. If you have any questions, drop a comment. I'll answer you within 24 hours. If you want to get in touch with me directly, go to doradodefense.com and click that Get in Touch button. Have a great day.